I felt compelled to come on here and say something. I'm going to try to make this quick. Most of you don't know what I'm talking about, but I just want to throw out there my 2 cents, be that what it may be, regarding Pastor Stephen Anderson and the Faithful Word Baptist Church community. Any of you that aren't familiar with this community and pastor, there's been a lot of allegations made towards him by 4 of his older children. I will put a link in the description to the account that's been hosting their interviews. You can draw your own conclusions regarding that. He has denied everything that they are accusing him of. But specifically what I wanted to touch upon, I'm actually looking around because I'm waiting to meet someone from Facebook Marketplace and I had 10 minutes to kill. So what I wanted to touch upon is there's a lot of people that are calling for Pastor Anderson to step down, saying that he is no longer fit to preach, that he does not have his house in order, because all of his children are speaking out against him, that in itself should be enough for him to no longer be in a place of leadership. He has made it clear that he has no intention of stepping down, and his church has supported him. What I want to speak about specifically is that I went to Faithful Word about 4 years ago for some sort of conference. It was 4 days long. I only went 2. And then I came back to support the pastors that I connected with, Pastor McMurtry and his wife, and Pastor Boyle, whom I don't think are even affiliated with Pastor Anderson anymore. They aren't. They are not affiliated with Pastor Anderson anymore. But the experience I had there, and this is my personal experience, but I did not have the best vibes, I guess you'd say. I don't usually use that term because I know what it represents, and I don't know enough about it, this whole vibration thing. But I just got a sense of offness or wrongness when I was there. 2 specific things stand out. Now, this was 4 years ago. So I'm not going to say anything that I could not corroborate with my husband, because there were things I thought I saw, but I can't remember anymore if they were accurate. And I don't want to say anything that isn't true. But the 2 things that I can definitely corroborate and know that's true is Pastor Anderson's wife. I was talking to her about they have in the church place, the place that they worship. It's not really a church, but the place that they worship, that they call a church. I guess it's not church in the traditional sense. You don't have a steeple and pews and all that. That's what I mean. But anyway, in the church where they worship, they have a couple small rooms, like the office space and the place where the recording stuff is for their YouTube channel. And they had a couple rooms that didn't have doors. There were 2 like nursery rooms that they took the doors off because they wanted to make sure to they promoted all-inclusive family style preaching, where the kids don't go to their own little classrooms. Everyone stays in the main room. If you have a baby, which I did at the time, this was 4 years ago, so my son wasn't even a year old, or I guess it'd be 5 years ago, because he was a baby. Put it this way, when we were coming home, the first account of COVID in the United States was in Phoenix Airport, and we had just flown out of there, and we all got sick. So we might have gotten COVID. We weren't testing back then. They didn't have the test yet. So for all I know, we all got COVID when we flew home. But anyway, so they had these rooms with the doors off that you could go into with your babies, which I did sometimes. But then they also had one room that had a door. It had chairs in it, and it had a door. And when I was looking for a place to take my son, and I asked Pastor Anderson's wife where, if that was where the nursery was, assuming that they had a door, because when babies cry and stuff, they don't want to have the babies disturb the service. I mean, that's how a lot of other churches are, so that's what I asked. And she said, no, that room is to train the toddlers. So I was like, what do you mean? And she said that room was used to punish them if they make noise, to train them to sit through a whole sermon without making any noise, without getting fidgety. So of course, the degree of punishment I cannot attest to, but it's difficult for a 2-year-old to sit for an hour and a half and listen to something they don't really understand. So that was odd. When I saw that, I thought, oh, that's odd. And then the other thing, I actually saw a kid getting beaten with a wooden spoon. One of the people that went there kept a wooden spoon tied on a rope around her waist that she just had at the ready to beat any of her innumerable children with. I would say it was mostly spanking. I've never spanked a child with a wooden spoon. I've only spanked my toddlers, and when I spanked them, it hurt my hand as much as it hurt their butts, so I felt that was fitting. But yeah, that stuff, like the wooden spoon thing, I kept watching this woman walk around with this wooden spoon swaying about, and it just disturbed me. And that might be, I believe I'll be right back. Okay, I'm getting I got some crates. I'm trying to do expand my pantry. Maybe I'll make a video about that. My pantry's a disaster, and I keep food hoarding because there's a lot of good deals right now, and I keep thinking, okay, I'm gonna get this chicken that's $1.49 a pound, because with the turmoil of everything going on right now, it may not be $1.49 a pound much longer, so anyway, about this whole thing, and I'm gonna just wrap it up with a bow. My whole point is, he is not going to step down, and they're not going to ask him to step down, because even though some of the things that he's accused of are extreme, they are not that far removed from what is being practiced, taught, and encouraged throughout the entire congregation. So I don't think that they see the harm in what was going on as much as some of us that don't go to that church might. I mean, this is a lot more normal there than it would be maybe in other places. His methods might be a little more extreme. And if the allegations are true, they're a lot more extreme. And I mean, very concerning. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think that everybody out there right now advocating for him to step down is going to get what they want. It's just the reality of it. So I just, I don't think anyone's really talked about this. The fact that he's probably not the only one doing these things in the place that he worships in. So there you have it. There's some random person that is not even involved giving her 2 cents, but it's what I saw, so I wanted to share. Anyway, until the next video, bye.